today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 11 of the MFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers versus Deshaun Watson and the Los Angeles Rams.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, the NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Uses the stiff arm. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Number 16's coming. Check mine. Here we go.
Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second down and 8. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Sermon, they'll try the left side with him. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Watson. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Watson. Dancing to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Again to Henry. Uses the stiff arm. Shoves past another. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Faking the give, now Watson. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Henry.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now at 1st down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. He'll get about 6 yards there. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Able to power through. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the 2nd level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Akers. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so because the run has been very effective for them.
Watson trying to get his guys moving. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Watson now to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Watson, off play action. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson. Quick slant here to Woods. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now Watson. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time a 6-play drive, and the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Lance now on 1st down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Running left is Sermon. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half, and we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just one touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
2nd down at 4. Now a handoff, Sermon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Right back to Juszczyk again. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Another carry here for the fullback, Juszczyk. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. On 3rd down, here's Sermon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On 2nd down, it's Sermon. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Again, it's Sermon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And he rifles one incomplete. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. Out to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
24 is the mic. Here we go.
And Lance going to throw. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The kick by Gould is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Now a first down throw, Watson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Usually the big fella's a blocker, a lead back, but he gets the ball on first down. What a surprise for everyone. And as a former safety, if he breaks into the secondary and you see him coming, you just know that's a whole lot of man you've got to deal with now.
Number 16. Come on.
Lance, a give now to Sermon. Sermon with space, a first down, and then some. And down to the 28-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk shedding the tackle, and he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They give to Sermon out of the gun, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. Here's Sermon. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Trey Sermon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 10. 1:46 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Here's Watson. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. He's got Henry. Shoves him away. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Watson's throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. To throw, Watson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Running left, it's Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. 2nd and 8. Watson to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Watson. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Niners, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road